clip pieces from like day 1, day 2, you know, just, what did I say, makeup? What is up, you guys, and welcome to my channel, and welcome to another video. In today's video, we are going to be reviewing the Tarte Shape Tape Cloud 9 coverage. If you guys want to know all you need to know about this, the wear test, how it looks, and how it feels, and everything, and if you find any enjoyment or value out of this video, make sure you give the video a thumbs up, because 1, it helps me out with, you know, the YouTube algorithm, and 2, it just makes me feel really, really good. And if you guys are new here, my name is Jessi, Maee, and we upload new videos every week, so make sure you go ahead and subscribe to my channel by clicking that little link down there. Alright, let's get on into this. This is Tarte's newest, it's technically a it's technically a tinted moisturizer, but I keep calling it a foundation, so during the video, if I call it a foundation, you know, it's, yeah. But anyway, so it comes in 21 shades, I believe, and if that is 100% correct, that's not very good at all. I just paid $29 for you, and you're on sale at Ulta for $14.50. Oh. Yeah, new Cloud 9 coverage. I'm loving today. Today is going fantastic. I'm like a few minutes into editing the Tarte Cloud Shape Tape 9 coverage, whatever it's called, and part of my footage is just blurry. I don't know if I had a wrong setting on my camera or what, so I'm gonna just kind of sort of redo it here. And also, it was going to be like a little 2-day because there was a lot of issues. We're gonna try a primer today. I didn't try a primer yesterday because I didn't want to alter any of the formulas, so I didn't use a primer or setting spray. But so this is because you can't even see it in my other clip. Like, it's a big blur. The Tarte Shape Tape Cloud 9 coverage. So it is a medium buildable coverage, and it has a natural finish that looks like skin. The Cloud 9 complex blend of hyaluronic acid, squalene, snow mushroom, avocado, prickly pear, aloe, licorice, vitamin E, and castor oil. And it has a bouncy cloud-like texture that smooths and blurs. And I did mention it does have the SPF of 15. So not only will we be trying this out and doing a review on this, we will be doing a review on the Ultra Creamy Shape Tape concealer. I have not tried the creamy one. The Shape Tape is like the concealer. It's very, very thick, but it's also, that one does kind of crease a lot for me, so maybe this one won't because it's creamy. I think they could do a little bit better, like you could have a bigger shade range, so that right there is not that great, and it is $39, and it does come with 1 fluid ounce, which is standard for a foundation slash tinted moisturizer. And then it is also supposed to be bouncy, cloud-like texture, smurge. Again, my brain likes to combine words. Smooth and blurs is what I was going to say. It's also transfer proof. It has mineral SPF of 15 in it, and it is a vegan and cruelty free. So that's the claims for it. It is a little bit, in my opinion, more on the expensive side especially since it's technically a tinted moisturizer. And then, so before we do jump into the demo, I'm going to swatch all the Tarte, like, new ones that they have. Like, they have their Skin Treat and, you know, all the other little Tarte foundations, tinted moisturizers, just to give you guys an idea of the shade ranges and from, you know, from like this guy to their other products that they do have. I think it's a good idea. Let me know down in the comments below. Here's the Shape Tape Matte in Fair Light Neutral. This is the Found Sealer in 27S Light Medium Sand. And then the Found Sealer in 22B Light Beige. And then we have the Cloud Coverage in the 22N Light Neutral. And then the Maracuja Tinted Hydrator in 13N Fair Light Neutral. This is the Skin Treat Blurring in Light. And then the Amazonian Clay in 12B Fair Beige. I'm gonna do this side of my face with a sponge, and then this side of my face with a brush. It blended in really, really nice in my opinion, but I still think I need a little bit more coverage on this side. So we're gonna do another, you know. It's definitely giving me a decent amount of coverage. It does feel pretty nice. Ooh. It is a little kind of still tacky, and it does say since it's transfer proof, however it's definitely not. I don't have a towel, like a white towel or anything, so we're just gonna use like a piece of paper. So it's definitely not fully transfer proof, at least not right away. I don't know if I gotta actually set it or anything. I'm gonna fix that with the sponge. Kind of my very first like foundation review, so bear with me, you guys. but I do want to actually kind of review makeup more instead of just like unboxings. So it's a work in progress. We're learning together. All right, now let's try the other side with a brush. I am just going to be using, this is actually an IT brush for Ulta. I'm getting nervous now all of a sudden. Now typically I do like to apply my foundation first with a brush and then go over with a sponge. Now you can see it still has a little bit of like my redness and texture showing. I'm gonna try and build it up again on this side and see if that covers more of my texture and everything, because it does say since it is a medium buildable coverage. I might actually like fully the sponge better on this one. I'm just gonna tap over my brush with my sponge like I normally would. Since it is a creaseless proof formula, I mean, it's supposed to help uneven texture, and it's also supposed to help minimize the look of your pores and help the appearance of your wrinkles and everything. The wrinkles, I could say my wrinkles on my forehead look probably one of the best that they have looked with the foundation. However, it's not doing too much for evening out my texture, and I could try another layer on this side with just the sponge and see if that works, and maybe it's just the brush giving it the texture showing more. So let's try that. It's a lot of foundation, or it's actually tinted moisturizer. So I definitely think with this, and since it is more like a tinted moisturizer, not so much like a foundation, this going with the sponge is probably the way to go, because that helped 10 times more than with just the brush going over with the sponge. After just applying it, I do like this foundation, or it's a tinted moisturizer. I'm gonna probably continue to call it a foundation on accident, but one thing I am noticing, another like problem area, and I got it all over my lips, I have like concealer lips going on. Right here, my chin, I get like this creasing literally right here from my lip, and it's definitely just creasing 100% right there, and but like I said, my forehead is looking pretty good. I could tell I didn't go over this eye at all. If you saw that on camera, that was a little bit scary. Let's try the concealer. So this is going to be, I guess, technically the Ultra Creamy concealer review wear test type of thing too. Did pick up the shade 22 Light Natural for the Cloud 9 coverage, and in the concealer probably went too light, knowing me, you know. But I went with the shade 12N Fair Neutral. Alright, so let's give this a go, and this is just supposed to be the super creamy version. Itchy, itchy, itchy. My face itches, my face itches. Okay, something is burning underneath my eyes in this concealer. Like I want it off my skin. That was super unpleasant. The burning sensation is kind of gone now, but I don't know if just letting it sit there was irritating my skin. And then finish the rest of my makeup, and then we'll do like a natural light look and maybe, you know, a full day wear test. That concealer, like I said, it kind of burned at first, but the burning sensation is gone, and it blended in pretty nice, and it was creamy. It's not as thick and tacky as the normal like Shape Tape concealer. I don't even know what that one's called. So also about that foundation, I will say, because the claims are it's supposed to be a medium coverage, and oh, there's creasing going on right there. That could be the concealer. Okay, so it says that it's supposed to be a buildable coverage, and it's supposed to be light as air, bouncy cloud-like texture, transfer proof. I don't know where they're getting the transfer proof, because it's definitely still tacky on my face. Probably more than likely gonna have to set it with a little bit of powder, and I hate using like a lot of powder because then you get cake face. The medium to buildable coverage, I will give them that, because I think it did a good job of covering up my texture and redness and everything going on this side. The creaseness, the crease-proof formula, I'm gonna say it's not fully crease-proof, because I do have some creasing going on, and I notice it, you know, but those are my problem areas. Claims are it's a natural matte finish. I will say that it does give me a pretty nice matte finish, but it then does say that it's supposed to be like a natural like skin feeling, like feels like skin. I don't get that. Because it's sticky and tacky, like it needs to be set down with powder or something. And at that point, I feel like you're kind of messing with, you know, say, said formula that's supposed to feel like that skin, but this isn't because you need to set it with powder. Does that make sense to anybody else? Anyway, enough rambling. I'm going to do the rest of my face and we'll catch up and we'll do some, like, natural light shots and, you know, wear tests and all the, I don't know, fun stuff. Alright, just finished up the rest of my face. I'm gonna go into natural lighting here in a second, but my forehead is just creasing beyond belief. It's settling into the fine lines just ridiculously. I'm not really noticing any other creasing anywhere else, like in right here or right here, where I would get a little bit, you know, because crow's feet. The only other thing I'm noticing is that concealer. I don't know if it's just because I went in with a sponge, and normally I do use like a concealer brush. I just didn't have one readily available. That one's not my favorite. I don't know if that's gonna last during the day and just maybe work itself out and become just better, you know, throughout the day. I'm not quite sure, so we'll just have to, you know, do like a little check-in. And then my texture and everything that's right here on my cheek, I almost forgot what this area was called. As I was applying like my bronzer and blush, the foundation was almost like lifting off. So I didn't use anything different. I used the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer, the Vanilla Cream, one of the Vanilla Cream's 4-color blush palette from Tarte Cosmetics. I used that one over there. And then just the Catrice Luminize highlighter. I mean, so I use these. These are in my everyday drawer, so I use them all the time. Never really had that issue ever. So I don't know if it is the foundation. Maybe I should have let it sit a little bit longer before applying the rest of my makeup. What did I say? Makeup? So I don't know. Let's go into natural lighting. I don't know if it's promised to have like any, you know, flashback claims or like not flashbacks. You know what I mean? So maybe we'll do like just take a picture and see what happens there. Alright, so here we are in natural lighting, and I did fail to mention in the beginning that I didn't put any type of like primer on, and I also didn't use any type of setting spray or anything because I didn't want to alter the way the formula was going to work on my skin. I know it's not the best lighting. It's a little bit better, but my forehead, if it'll focus, can you see the creasing and everything that's going on with my forehead? And then this is my first time trying to do this with this camera, so, but right here, my texture with that, I don't know, the way the concealer, I don't know, I'm having just so much issue, mainly with my forehead. Other than that, it does kind of look a little bit like skin. Right here you can see the texture and everything. It still is popping through, prominent, strong. I don't think that's gonna go away anytime soon. For the most part, it is a decent coverage. I don't like what is going on here, and I don't like what is going on here. Most foundations do look pretty bad on my forehead, but like zooming in, you could just see every little like crease, crevice, and it's still transferring a little bit. So I didn't powder my forehead, but there's still a tackiness going on my forehead. So the transfer proof, I don't know how they claim to be transfer proof, you guys. So it is going on 11 o'clock right now. I will check in with you guys in a couple of hours, hopefully. If not, I mean, you know, here's like a first impression. We'll turn back this way to the light. I don't know, let me know what you guys think. Do you think it looks horrible? I think it does kind of look just like skin. It doesn't feel like skin. It is more lightweight than majority of the other foundations. So, I mean, they have a couple claims that they're living up to. A couple, in my opinion, that they're not. And I am sorry if I'm yelling, but the microphone's so close, you know, so there you guys go. I'll catch back with you in a couple of hours, okay? It's going on 1 p.m. Sorry for the voiceover, but the foundation has been on for about 4 hours now, and
As you can see the foundation started to separate from my forehead and my bridge of my nose. I'm not sure what exactly is happening, but then you can see my wrinkles are very prominent. And then, can you see the wrinkles in between my eyebrows? And then my cheek, just the texture is just, redness is everywhere. It's just coming through. Yeah, it's just awful. Can't get any more natural than being outside, right? So it is 3:10, and my hat, I'll have to show you. I was just wearing a hat, so it mostly transferred back onto the hat, so off of my face, but my forehead still just kind of looks cakey, to be honest, and there's no powder. It's completely worn off here, but that's expected because I do this a lot. And then here, I don't know, it kind of emphasizes my texture and everything. I don't know how I feel about this. Might have to definitely give it another day, like a different try. As of right now, this definitely looks like makeup. It looks makeup-y. I don't know, I'll check in maybe a few hours. If not, yeah, maybe we'll do a different wear test day. Different day wear test. I'm just going to use my basic primer that I always would use. So I'm gonna put the Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer on here down. Because then I'm going to put the Poreless Putty Primer on my forehead. If the footage is still good, it was horrible on my forehead. And then same thing as yesterday, I'm going to do the sponge on this side of my face and then a brush on this side of my face. And we'll probably just use the same, honestly, the same brush as yesterday. I did pick up the shade 22N Light Natural, and I think, whoa, not cool, man, not cool. I think it is a pretty decent shade match, although it going over primer is quite different. And it is a medium buildable coverage, so it can be built up just a little bit, but you're still going to see some redness and your texture, in my personal opinion. Even though it says it's supposed to blur texture, I kind of don't think it does. I can still see a lot of redness still, like underneath here, and you can still see my textures. And then if I, oh geez, so smiling, can you see that I aged about 50 years in my face from the foundation? Not like settling in, like it just, maybe it doesn't do well over a primer either. I'm not quite sure. I'm gonna try and just, you know, bounce it in. Okay, it still does it. It settles into my fine lines regardless. I might have to use the pore primer, like pore filling primer, all over my face instead of any other primer, because it's doing some weird things. I will say though, my forehead's looking pretty nice. Yesterday my forehead was looking horrendous. So I'm going to just fully do it, the sponge on this side of the face. And just from yesterday, I already know I'm going to need 2 pumps, so we're just kind of... I think, I could have swore yesterday I was liking it with the brush better, but with a primer, I don't know, I might like it a little bit better with a sponge. Primers are quite interesting. If you don't use a primer, you should probably check into trying it out, because they do wonderful things to foundations that are crap. I shouldn't say crap. You know, not like crap, but like, it's just not very good. So I'm gonna see if I can build it up a little bit more right here, because even yesterday I didn't see if I could build it up even further. But you could still see my texture, the redness, it's just very prominent right there. Just because my neck gets a little bit red. I think it's from just the weather, but okay. Definitely over my Photo Finish Primerizer, you know, Smashbox. I think the sponge is going to be the way to go. My forehead, both with the sponge and the brush, it actually looked really nice. It looked good. It looked, you know, more like skin than more makeup-y. That was one thing definitely yesterday I was noticing. It looked a lot like makeup and it was not looking good. Okay, and then yesterday I just used the sponge for the concealer, and I don't think that was a great idea. So the concealer just has the normal doe foot applicator that the Shape Tape concealer always does, and it comes with the same amount of product, the 0.33 ounces. And then just because I get a weird redness right here on my forehead, and we're just going to cover that up. It's doing the same thing as it was yesterday. It's burning my face. It's like stinging. It's starting to, and for my shade for the concealer, I picked up the shade 12N Fair Natural. But you guys, for real, it is kind of burning my face, and I don't know if you can see. Do you see the redness kind of coming through because it's burning? It's not burning my forehead, but it's burning right here on my nose too. I don't think I've ever truly had a concealer do that, and this was too light to do right there on my nose. That's alright. We're gonna warm it up with bronzer. Yeah, so the burning sensations, it goes away. This concealer is definitely, I'm scared to put it on my eyeballs as like an eye primer, like not my actual eyeballs, but like my eyelids for an eye primer. I can say definitely, also I say that a lot, I can say and definitely, alright, and so and anyway, instantly yesterday the amount of creasing, and I'm pretty sure maybe I'll just kind of clip pieces here and there to give you guys an idea, because yeah, anyway, but the amount of wrinkles that were just prominent in my forehead, and it was awful. Even though this is a creaseless formula, it's supposed to help minimize your pores, you know, reduce the amount, like appearance of wrinkles, and it's supposed to help with fine lines, uneven texture. I don't know. So my forehead looks really good. And that's usually like my trouble area. I mean, okay, it doesn't look the greatest. It's starting to kind of do it a little bit, but not as bad as yesterday. So my forehead's looking okay. It's looking decent. But right here, you can still see the amount of redness coming through, texture. Over here, you could still see little bits of redness. And then if you look at my under eyes, I think it's just the concealer. Yesterday I didn't have good luck with it. Today I'm not having good luck with it. And the foundation that I just kind of gently rubbed over my eyes, it's creasing. Like, just creasing. And a cat snoring. You alright? Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Okay, do you see what is happening right here? Please tell me my camera is picking that up, the amount of like creasing, and it's settling into the fine lines. The concealer, I believe, I didn't look up the claims on the concealer, but I mean, concealer, it's Tarte, it's the Shape Tape. I don't think it's supposed to crease. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, that's how I know that my camera was messed up yesterday, because did you see the focus and the sharpness of that? Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna fix this. I'm going to do the rest of my face. Maybe we'll do a check-in in natural daylight with the primer. We might. It's snowing out. There's no sun, so there's not too much natural daylight going on. So really quick, yes, eyes kind of, anyway, I didn't powder my face quite yet because I just wanted to let it sit down and see if it was gonna still be tacky, because it claims that it's going to set down to a natural skin-like finish, or, I mean, it's a natural finish that looks like skin, so to me, it shouldn't be tacky, but it also does say it's transfer proof, and it's tacky. Like I said, it said it's transfer proof. I don't know, it got a little bit of like transfer on my cloth, like little round cloth, so I don't know if it truly 100% is, but it's still creasing in just awful places. Awful. Just awful. Really hope the music, you can't hear it in this. If not, I mean, if you can, I'm gonna have to, like, I don't know, try and play something because Kevin's napping out there. It's actually 5 o'clock right now, so it's been on for about 6 hours and it's awful. Completely, like, separated right here, and so almost not really existent on my head. And like I did say earlier, I was wearing a hat wherever said hat is. So I did have a hat on. I really wish this was back on my tripod. But anyway, and you could see most of it did transfer onto my hat. So definitely not transfer proof like it does claim to be. And then if you look here, it's completely gone all here, which like I said, that's usually expected. But here, it's like clinging onto any texture on my chin. And then over here, it's just, I don't know, it's literally, there's like little dots just kind of clinging onto my skin where the foundation was, and my nose, it's pretty separated. It's just, it's not looking good. It is not looking good at all. So I'm not sure if it needs a primer or something, so we'll definitely have to try that on the day, maybe day 2. It's just, I'm looking now in the viewfinder, it doesn't look horrible, like horrible in the viewfinder, but I'm telling you guys, in real life, especially under these lights, it's looking very makeup-y. I'm not even sure what's going on with under here. It looks like I just have major bags. Like the concealer just made it so much darker. I don't know. I want to take this off. It's probably about to come off right now. So let me know what you guys think of this foundation. Did you pick it up? Did you hear about it? Do you want to get it? If you did, let me know. Do you like it? Is it doing any of this to you guys? By the way, my skin texture, or my skin is more normal to dry, but kind of like combination a little bit in like my T-zone area. That's where it's a little bit oily, but everywhere else is pretty dry. Actually, it's kind of more normal. It's not even really dry. Yeah, definitely more normal. This is in natural lighting, and this cloudy, it's actually kind of raining day. I don't know, you can still see just the amount of texture and redness showing through on my cheeks, if it'll focus. And then just my wrinkles, they look just, and it's all, again, just gone around my mouth and my nose, but that's just typical with any foundation, but like, it looks awful. And then when I did put powder over this, Kevin was like, you look, like, no, like, there's something wrong, something, like, you don't look good. So, I don't know about this Tarte Cloud 9 coverage foundation skin tinted moisturizer thing, so we're gonna play with it some more. I don't know. By the way, it is going on 2:30. I finished my makeup at like 9 this morning. I kind of forgot to fill you guys in that part. So yeah, it's now like 2:30. So it's been about 5.5 hours. 5.5 hours. So, oops, sorry, Belly. I'm going to try again the Shape Tape Cloud 9 coverage and the Shape Tape Ultra Creamy concealer again. We're gonna try it with the Tarte actual like timeless smoothing primer. We're gonna see if that works, because so far I've not had any luck with no primer, with the e.l.f. poreless putty primer, and I also tried it with the Smashbox Photo Finish primerizer. Unfortunately, so far this foundation is kind of very not good at all. So I just realized that first clip was it was zoomed in. That's alright. But I just really wanted to quickly pop in here. This is probably going to go at the end of the video. So this is going to be like the 3rd day. I did try the Tarte Timeless Smoothing Primer Base. I think it's literally just this foundation, you guys. Like, so putting on my makeup, my eyes, we're going to kind of ignore my eyes, what I did today. I don't know. Well, I'm not going anywhere. But I tend to do this a lot. As you can see, the foundation just likes to, it just separates from my wrinkles, I guess, is what I'm noticing. And then still right here, did not put any concealer on there like I did before. Did not put concealer on, but it's still kind of just doing that thing that it was before. It's like completely separating. And then my nose, I don't know, this foundation, it's not, I'm not liking it. I'm not liking it at all. It definitely has to be set down.
Or else, I noticed yesterday when I was doing it that when I put my bronzer on, because I didn't powder, that one of the days I didn't powder, and I was putting the bronzer on, and it was just coming out like patchy, and it was awful. And I don't ever have that issue. So I think it's literally just this Cloud 9 coverage, and I think I don't think it's worth the money. I think they need to reevaluate something, or maybe it's just my skin, or I'm just doing something wrong. I'm not sure. Let me know, you know, if you guys tried this. What do you think of it? Have you even heard of it? I don't know. So here I am in natural light. I'm standing literally right in front of a huge window. Can you guys see what is happening? Like, it is fully separating on my cheeks. Right here. It's like, and all in here, it's just like, it's very makeup-y. It's awful. Like, look at my eyebrow. Like, it's just like clinging to the little itty bitty hairs that are right there. It's my nose though. Like, my nose is just completely, I can't even. Camera, please tell me you're picking this up, and it's gonna look better when I'm editing. And yeah, because this is just terrible. This foundation, the skin moisture, I did it again. Tinted moisturizer, I think is just, it's definitely not good. I can't figure out a way to make it work for my skin. I'm hoping it's just maybe me, like maybe me and my skin, and everybody else loves this, because I had high hopes for this, because I really do love the Tarte Sugar Rush, you know, because the Skin Treat, and then they have the other tinted moisturizer. You guys have already seen it in the swatch, but I mean, those two work really well on my skin. This one's not doing it justice. So actually, I think I'm gonna do another outro. Let me know what you guys think of this. I mean, what do you think it looks like on me? I think it just looks completely just awful. It's terrible, and I want to like burn my face. Let me know all your thoughts and opinions on this little foundation review. Also, do you guys like me doing these reviews? Because like I did say in the beginning, I want to try and do some more, because I do actually have like a makeup channel. Anyways, if you guys got any type of enjoyment or value out of this video, make sure you give the video a thumbs up, because it makes me feel good and it helps me out in the algorithm here on YouTube. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel by clicking this link right here. And if you want to binge watch some of my content, go ahead and click one of these links right here. I love you guys, and I'll catch you in another video on a different day. Bye! I don't know what I'm gonna do with this clip, but look at how cute you are, huh? Where's my little dinky tail? It's hiding. Oh, it's hiding. What about you? Huh? What about you? Aren't you so cute? And then there's you with a cute little heart. Yeah. You getting jealous? You getting jealous because I'm petting your sister? Yeah. Petting your sister, not you? Oh yeah. Yeah, Mom. I need that tummy rub. And then now she's getting jealous. Best part is there's two other cats still. Right, Rose? Good girl. You staring outside? I know.